So let's now use the dot geometry method. If you noticed, every single time when I run my code, I have been pulling the window up bigger, and it's just annoying because it's only giving me the size that it by default, however big my input is, or my button, or my label dictates how big this window is. And that's annoying having to drag that window out every single time. So what we can do is we can use the dot geometry method in order to set the window dimensions. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for my main window. And remember, we called our main window root. We're able to change the title right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off here, and I'm going to type in root dot geometry. Okay, and once again, this is going to set the dimensions of our window, how big it is. Now you can still drag it and drop it, but this is the dimension that it starts with. Okay, you're going to have to make sure to put it inside parentheses. I'm sorry, quotation marks as well. And let's set the size. Let's say I want a 400 by 200. Let's see how big that is. Let's go ahead and run it. Oh, well, before we do that, let's make sure to look at this. So put it inside quotation marks, separate it with an X, the two dimensions, and let's look at this. Okay, so as we see, we don't have the same problem we had before, but we see that 400 is our width and 200 is our height. Okay, so that's important to see, making sure we don't mix that up. So our width goes first and our height goes second. And you would be able to set this to whatever you wanted. If I wanted to just be a 200 by 200 and then run it. All right, I have this little box here. So, but the reason why I was opening it more before was because I couldn't read this. Let's make it just a little bit wider. Let's change this to 300. Let's see if that looks nice. Perfect. So that's how you would use the geometry method, making sure you attach it to your main window, and that way you can dictate the dimensions of your main window.